What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming back for another video. Today we are going to be installing the ROADSHOCK ditch lights from Harbor Freight on the GX470. We're going to be using the JW Offroad ditch light brackets. So I'll make sure to include links to both these on below, but should be pretty straightforward. We're going to wire it into the aux beam switch controller that you saw in the last video. So the wiring should be pretty easy, and these go on pretty easy, just 2 bolts. So let's dive into the install. Alright, so the ditch bracket install I went ahead and knocked out, but it's pretty straightforward. You just undo your front hood bolt right here and put the bracket on that bolt and make it fairly snug, and then undo your bottom bolt, slide the bracket in front of that one, and then put that bolt back in. It takes a little finagling, but not too bad. We'll get this next ditch light bracket installed now. Alright, so for my application, I'm running into some interference with using the center hole. I've already done it on one side, so I know it works and doesn't. So I'm gonna drill an offset hole to clear my hood when it's open. So you'll see what I mean when I get this mounted up, but just want to let you know that's something to be aware of. Alright, so here you can see I drilled an offset hole from the factory one that came with the ROADSHOCK lights, just because it would have stuck out too far to the outside of the vehicle and bumped into the windshield A-pillar area over here. So drilled an offset hole, got it bolted on, and now we'll get the light installed and move on to wiring. Alright, so there it is with the light mounted to the bracket. I found it easier to mount the bracket first and then come in and put the 2 screws in to put the light on, but that's up to you. I just found that order to be easier. Now we are going to work on getting them wired up. As you can see, they don't rub really, so good with that. We're going to wire them up, running the wiring under this cowl here. We'll get to start on that. Alright, so this is how I wired them up. They're just running down here and then tucked behind this plastic panel and tied in to the other side right here, and then to the fuse panel for the aux beam. Alright, so here is just my low beams on. We'll add the ditch lights. Obviously, lighting is hard to get across on video, but these make a huge difference and be able to see off to the sides. I still maybe have some adjustments to do. Here's adding on my high beams. High beams off. Ditch lights off. Alright, so I've had these lights installed for about 3 weeks, just getting used to them so I can give you all some feedback on them. And I'm actually pretty impressed with what you get for your money with these ROADSHOCK lights. They come in at $85 at Harbor Freight before any coupons, and so these are kind of middle of the road when it comes to pod lights. You have your really cheap ones on Amazon for like 20 bucks, and I put these kind of a step above that, but not quite to that high-end tier where they're 150, 200 bucks for a set of pods. But I really like these. They add the functionality I want out of ditch lights, which is watching for deer in the sides of the road. And so definitely, if you want something like this for your rig, give the ROADSHOCK ones a look. If you're looking around on Amazon and stuff, check out the Harbor Freight ones and see if they'd work good for your rig. So we'll see you on the next video.